Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sharon Speaks. It's a favorite girl, SharonAde and Moti Day. Before we get into this amazing pod episode, because I know it's going to be amazing, I just want to apologize because, you know, the last few weeks there's been a lot of disruption, but, you know, we back and we better. And today we have the one, the only, Dango. Woo, 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 woo. Introduce yourself. Oh my gosh.
Productions in the building.
Yeah.
Biggest star in Dublin.
Yes, that's it.
It's an honor, it's a privilege to be on this podcast finally, Sharon. So appreciate you.
I'm so excited for you to be here.
Thank you.
Do you remember the last time we had a conversation?
We talk a lot.
Yeah,
like,
even I mean, like
FaceTime and all, but content-wise.
Content-wise.
Yeah, I went down to the prison that you were living in.
My prison.
I want to see this little box room she was living in, yeah?
Yeah. And just to see like the growth, I feel like that was like my unofficial first Sharon Speaks episode.
Yeah.
Because they like this is kind of like what it was about. So now to have you in a different space,
I was telling you because obviously
yeah,
I was watching your YouTube as well, and I think about you've built your audience from what you were doing before. I was even watching your makeup videos now.
You were.
I don't know.
Dongo's a real one,
I don't
man.
know what's going on? Eyeliners and bleeding. What else were you doing?
And you probably watching it.
Posters and all, and get ready with me. I'd watch all of it because obviously I was invested in you because you're a nice girl and obviously you want to do this content stuff and how I spoke to you about, like, you know, your dreams and aspirations. And it's good to see you've just transitioned into this perfectly and this suits you. You know what I mean? Like, so
Thank you.
The conversations and yeah, hopefully, like, I don't know, today might be a bit mad because I'm going through a bit of shit again. Just this year's been tough, but I feel like this is the podcast to kind of
go on,
open up a little bit and give like, I'm here to kind of like to live my truth and give young men game because us men, we do a lot. Look at this fella, his team. Sorry guys, mind your oil fan.
David, can you turn it off, please?
Yeah, no, I'm just here to give a lot of young men game because us men can be very stupid and there's not a lot of olders that can give game. So yeah,
I love that, and honestly, that's one of like the main aim of this setup as well, because I feel like a lot of young men need direction and like they need to get it from people like you. So I'm happy to have you here.
Yeah, me too. I'm buzzing.
So before we even get into the heavy, you know, talking about how are you? Just you as a person, how are you doing?
Sharon, I'm up and down. There's weeks and days where I'll be flying and I'm just like, I'm on top of the world. Everyone sees, like, you know, me having the laugh on socials, they're going active on socials. Obviously, I've people that don't know, I've 2 kids, flying with them or whatever, but there's just days where it's tough as well, you know what I mean? Don't know where I'm coming or going. I don't know if you have this. I know a lot of like artists have it. It's like sometimes you have, like, I am super confident, don't get me wrong, I'm super confident, but some days you're just like, obviously you work 9 to 5, you're sitting there. Yeah. Especially after being in here, you have conversations, you're around a lot of creatives and you're going into your Monday 9 to 5 and it's just like, bone this, I don't want to be here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, but look, I know.
And like, especially when you know you want to go full time, or you know where you could take your creative, but you also kind of need the 9 to 5 to get there. I'm not gonna lie, I do be in that. I'm like, oh, why do I need to be here? But then I'm like, you need to be here because in order to do what you want to do, you do need to actually stay.
But this is not paying €1 right now, you know what I mean? Like, and the job is funding you. You know, I'm running a car, looking after the kids, looking after the gaff. You know what I mean? So you just have to hold it and persevere, you know?
It does take a lot. Like, and I think when people see things like this, they don't realize, like, it takes a lot more than you get back. It's like taking 85%, you're getting 15 back. Yeah. That's literally it.
Yeah, 100%.
But I just pray. I think what keeps me going, my mom's always like, Sharon, like, there will be a day that all of the effort and the time and the money you're putting in will not matter anymore because you'll be making it back 100-fold. And I think that's what, like, kind of keeps me going from. Okay, before we get into it, I have a dilemma for you.
Let's go.
Okay. I haven't actually even read this as well, so we will be seeing it together at the same time. Okay. So it says, hi Sharon, hi. And also guys, please send in your dilemmas. We be loving it over on the side of the internet. My dilemma is complex. I've been with my man for 3 years now. And the problem is that his family doesn't like me, his mom, in brackets.
Jeez.
Her reason for not liking me is I'm not wife material for her son, in quotation marks. She wants me to help around the house when I'm there, but my problem is I'm not his wife yet, so why do I have to do that? And I hate cooking and cleaning. He has 2 sisters that can help her around the house, but every time I'm in the house, I have to cook and clean for the family. But I refuse to be wife material. I refuse to be the wife material. His mom hates me and her son, and says her son will not marry me because I'm not good for him. I love this man though, and I don't want to lose him, but I also don't want to change who I am to please the mom. Wow.
That's a mad one, yeah?
Yeah.
Mira, before you even ask me that, I want to hear your perspective on that because I'm kind of split on this one.
Yeah,
What's
me
your
too.
thing on that? So the man, deeper, yeah? The man wants, obviously, is looking at you, you're not wife material because you don't
Cook and clean.
Yeah? And she feels like you're not good enough for her son because obviously that's what she wants for her son to be like, looked after when they're married, you know what I mean? Like, so, but her refusing that, saying because they're not married yet. But in it, you're supposed to be showing your potential to be a wife in the stage of being a girlfriend, no?
I hear that. I hear that aspect, but I also feel like many times you do hear many people having done the cooking, having done the cleaning, even forget using instant pounded yam. They've gotten the melon, be pounding the yam. Yeah. At the end of the day, they still don't marry the man. So do you know what I mean? So I hear that mentality of like, I'm not there yet, so I shouldn't play a role that it's not even mine. Let's be for real. I'm not your girl. I'm not your wife yet. Do you know what I mean? Me personally, though, my man, I finna pound that.
That's what I'm saying. But then it's expected then of a man, right? So say for instance, I'm with a girl, yeah. I hear girls saying that, oh, blah blah blah. You may not reach the promised land. Even the situation I'm in right now, like I like obviously live with her and stuff. I do husband stuff. You know what I mean? Where you're taking care of this, you're taking care of that. You go out to eat. Like I don't let her pay.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes you're at home. Oh, she got Chinese last week.
Yeah.
Chinese, you got that. Whatever. When we go out,
yeah,
I'm getting it. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking other stuff that a man's supposed to do, stuff like that. Yeah. Because ideally, I'd love to step up and have a job where like I can pay for literally everything. You don't have to move your hand. Obviously, you still want to work, have your independence, calm, whatever. Fair enough. But I'm happy to do that, knowing that I might not get to that promised land. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know why girls. It's always complex and different. And then to the question, to the dilemma. For me personally, I don't know. Maybe because I'm a bloke, I wouldn't give a rat's if her family don't like me. So long as I love her and we love each other, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like,
so I stopped you on that point, but I think my main perspective on that is, I think it would be, personally, I think it would be up to my husband or my fiance or my boyfriend, whatever he is to me, to also speak to his mom. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it is our relationship. I'm not speaking on based off me, because personally me.
No, talking in general, yeah.
If she wants me to sweep,
yeah,
even the outside I'll sweep it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, maybe not too much of that, but I personally would do the cooking and the cleaning if that's what's going to. But at the end of the day, though, I also hear her point, because what you allow today is what you continue to allow. If she feels like she can always interfere in you guys' relationship from this early on, she's always going to interfere. Do you know, that sort of thing? So I do understand her being like, I'm not going to change for you, because if I sacrifice this now, it might be a series of sacrificing and sacrificing and sacrificing. So I don't want to start that off with that. So I personally think it would be up to my man to talk to his mom and say, yo, mom, I'm not saying she shouldn't do this, but I'm just saying that, I don't know. Do you know, I don't know what he would have to have a conversation with his mom, but I think it would be up to him to have a conversation with his mom.
Do you think it's a generational thing though as well? Like, obviously things have changed so much, because I'm looking at my ma. Back in the day, like, they didn't, like, stuff like this isn't an issue. Just get on with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and then, look, I know it's things have changed, social media and stuff like that, but my man and dad with each other, like, you know, since the time I was born, you know, so it's like, she probably went through that. That's nothing there. She just get on with it. You know
that's
what I mean?
I'm saying. Personally,
you just want to be fighting. Never get on with it. If you're in love with the man, and obviously the mum obviously is going to play a key role in this relationship, in the sense of, like, obviously you have to same with a man. A man will have, say for his dad, if he had demands, right? I have a daughter, so I'm gonna have certain demands of my daughter's bloke. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he's gonna have to hold to them standards. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna have to.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
She has standards for her son. I just think I'm not trying to do that. Obviously, it's not the platform for that, and obviously I've changed myself as well. Yeah. I'm not doing the Andrew Tate thing.
Yeah.
But I just think it's always girls, bro. That you know, because the mum, she has a certain standard for her son. That's it. That's just it.
But do you see where it could also end up being problematic?
No, of course. There's limits, though.
Yeah.
There's limits. There is obviously limits. There's obviously, it's like, say if he's doing rubbish outside and the man's like, nah, like, leave him. He's a man. He can go out when he. No, don't do that. Obviously, you're gonna be, at the end of the day, in the household, there's gonna be roles or whatever, blah blah blah. If he's taking care of you and he's doing his role, you're gonna have your role as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't want our fucking oh Jesus.
Don't curse.
Sorry. I'm not trying my best, because my
that's your language.
My language is madness. I'm not trying my best here, yeah. But no, you gotta try obviously his best to look after or whatever. So you're gonna have to do your role. Do you know what I mean? Like, just look out for our son. Setting a standard. You get me?
Yeah.
That's it.
And I hear it. Like I said, I'm a pound that yam.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm a clean the house.
That's why you will be married and not have bleeding 40 cats.
Amen. Amen. In the name of Jesus. No, honestly.
That's what I'll give you wondering why the singles doing that. Hardly.
Yeah, as hard as it is, no, I will pound that yam. I will do it. But yeah, so I hope we answered your dilemma. And I don't want to lose him. Yeah, I hope you don't lose this man.
Just whip that yam, love, yeah?
Yeah, just, I hear it. And she's like, but imagine though, his two sisters are upstairs, chilling in their room, going on TikTok live, living their best life, and you're slaving away downstairs.
Come here. He's not an inbred, I believe, is he not? He's not going to marry the sister. Like, when you're coming to the house, it's not like she's getting a phone call or a WhatsApp or a Snapchat. Come here and wash these plates and cook for my son. If you're in the house, you know what I mean, just help the mum out with the cooking or whatever, blah, 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 and that's it.
Yeah.
If you're not there, if the sisters are probably doing it, you know what I mean? Like, just from my angle and my opinion.
I hear it, but I can also see where it could be problematic.
No, but 100%, I can also see that too.
Yeah.
Once the ma doesn't toe the line too much, I'm not too mad at it.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about your live show.
Okay.
I'm excited for you.
I'm buzzing. I am buzzing.
What made you decide now to do a live show?
Yeah, it's just, I just feel like obviously it's time now. Obviously, because we record, you know yourself, we record seasonally. So for us to be consistent, like the lads that do it weekly, it's hard. Obviously, you want to establish yourself after like 100 episodes. Get your.
Have you had 100 episodes?
No, I think I'll be hitting 50 after this. So
I was like, where have I been? 100?
Yeah, no, 100 episode. I'm thinking of getting my man down it.
Okay.
Get me man down so you can know me from like knee high and just
Yeah.
get a band or whatever. But nah, I just said, you know what, it's time to do it, because obviously I do lives on Instagram and stuff like that, and I've hosted a few shows and stuff. I said, no, it's time to do a live show. It's in my hometown, 22nd November. Civic Theatre. I know this girl's a jot ahead, so you lot stall it down and come forward.
No, you bitch. That's my. Anyway, I don't live in Jordan.
Well, yeah, nah, just buzzing, yeah, excited. I just feel like it's the right time to do it.
And why did you pick to do it in Tala?
Has to be home. I just feel like with me, I'm not just doing this. A lot of people just, obviously, your thing is kind of similar to mine. It's a people's podcast where you're trying to get, like, understand people and their life and what they do, hardships they faced and how they've overcome it. So I just felt like I'm from Tala, grew up there, like obviously 26 years now, 27 years there now.
Yeah.
And I'm building a storyline, you know. I've had a lot of hardships there, and, you know, obviously I've had a lot of good to happen there as well. So it had to be in Tala. The first one had to be in Tala.
Okay.
You know, had to be in my hometown. So
okay.
It's just all about the story, where it's like, it has a reputation, Tala, for being like rough and, you know, full of people who are scumbags or whatever. But it's like, there are people that are doing good stuff, me myself being.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I come from obviously council estates, and I'm there doing a live show in a theatre, hopefully with 300 people in it. It's like, show kids that, like, you know what I mean, you don't need to be selling drugs and you don't need to be doing this, doing that. You can make something of yourself, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, the other day, only yesterday I was having this conversation with my daughter. There was a raid on the block. I'm literally only back on the block, like, I'm literally only back. Boom, raid, couple of men arrested. My daughter seeing this, you know what I mean? Like, this is the environment I'm growing up in. Obviously, my daughter seeing what's going on the block, like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I was just like, I'm working hard to get us out of them situations. That's why I do what I do, you know? And then obviously, as the officer said, you can be living proof, you know, that you can do it. It's all good having words. You can speak, but people don't start really buying into you until they see success. Yeah. You know?
And I was just about to say, do you think, like, oh, okay, there's so many different directions we can take there.
Yeah.
Even like the speak. Do you think that kind of sets you up? Because I feel like you speak a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you feel like oftentimes, like, people are just like, oh, don't go, just stop talking and do the work 100%. Already? Yeah.
And then, do you know what? I said I'll calm down, but I'll say this. No, I won't stop talking. Unless someone physically comes up and has something to do about it, to make me physically shut up, then let's rock. Do you know what I mean? Like, like I said, I had a football career before this. I was a football player, a very good player. I went off, got a scholarships, won everything I had to do underage level here. I'd done it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, the famous knee injury. That actually happened to me. You know what I mean? But I was able to pivot and transition into this. And from being on this, I started off, like, obviously doing lives at home. And I'm now here. I'm on SHARON Speaks. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I've been on Where's Your Head At and have my own podcast that's doing well. Yeah. So my life has been a story of success, hardship, success. It's been like that.
But that's just life in general. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely.
But I think, do you know what it is? I feel like when you have like a platform and where you kind of publicize yourself to everyone else, that it's so easy for them to be like, like to talk, but like that's real life anyway. You're not always going to live on the cloud nine. You're going to have times where you're down below, and people need to understand that as well.
No, definitely. And like I said, like, you're showing, I'm doing it to you know, because I know where I'm going with this. And even now, it's hard, it's heartbreaking, everything, but I just know my direction where I'm going, and I know if once I come out of this, you're inspiring the next person, because there was no one like that there for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, and I want people to know as well, with me especially, it's not just all sunshine and rainbow. There's how of course there is hardship. You know, so that's why we do what we do on this side.
Yeah, and you see, even coming from council estates and coming from Tala and having that rep that it has, you know what I mean? How did you like break out of that and be like, you know what, I don't want to follow the crowd. I actually want to do something different. How did you find that like mentality and then stick on it, stay on that path?
Just lockdown. Lockdown for school. Obviously, that's when I went with my first breakup, my first child's mother. Went back to my ma's. Everyone knows about the couch story. And I was just like, just had no purpose, not doing that, and couldn't do nothing, you know. Start doing obviously internet stuff, and then ended up obviously finding love again and moving out. And then Where's Your Head asked me to go on the Blue from there, and it's just that from there, like we were going. Do you know where people could tell me to shut up, and they have every right to tell me to shut up? We spoke about off camera. Season 1, absolutely crazy. That's when
I think, you know, a lot of people even still have that perception, season 1 perception of you right now. You're season 5.
Yeah. See, but that's the thing though. People can have that perception of me all they want. You don't know me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't know, and I've held my hand up. And if you listen to the conversations that I've had now,
I do.
Yeah, not yourself. The people who are talking rubbish. Yeah, you look at the conversations I have now. It's all like the Solo, Simba, even Daniel. The last episode, there's a lot of gems there. But you know what, black people, right? They'll say all this. Oh, he's talking too much. He's giving a lot. No, flat out, right? Flat out. Do you know what? Actually, forget that. Yeah, because I had obviously I was on Where's Your Head At, right? Sorry, because I'm all over the gaff, right? I was on Where's Your Head At, and Tommy was even saying season one I was crazy, and in season 2 you went too
so
like,
mellow, like trying to fit onto people.
Yeah, but I kind of found my niche around 3 and 4, right?
Yeah,
I had Blessing, data on that talks about mental health, black mental health, and all this type of stuff, right?
People think they want valuable content until you give them valuable content. They're always just like, you guys are talking about
Sharon.
You guys are talking about what are we talking about?
Give a rat. I'm gonna reference a couple of people, right, that I reference too much, but look, it is what it is, right? I'll give Ness, right? I love Ness. Ness is my guy. Look yourself, right? And similarly with the conversation I have with you, I have with Ness about creative and how to be better, giving you sort of prompts, giving you sort of game, whatever. You'll go on Ness's thing, and she has like people like Momobo on, and people like that mixed race girl that went to India and talking about her story, and you'll have what's the guy that owns Tola Vintage, Talube. She'll have all that, like, you know, everyone. Obviously, it's not all of us that can be like that, bro.
Yeah.
So we all have our different. You said, look, you touched off camera. Where's Your Head At? You feel more relaxed, chill, conversation, buzzing. Mine, it's more like it's deep. It can be all over the place. Mine, right? Yeah. And you have yours, which is like getting people's stories and inspiration and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
People don't care.
They don't.
They want the blah blah blah. But then, you're talking too much. That's what you want. And then you give them talking about, obviously, because we've had tragedies over black mental health. You have people that are struggling with mental health. Yeah. You don't want to. They don't want to. So what do you want? So then I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to be unapologetically me. I'm being me. Whether you like, you don't, I don't care. And the moment you realize, you're not going to be for everyone and at every season of life. Because you know what? You could really, really like me now. And then 6 months down the line, I'm not your cup of tea anymore. Or you could hate me now and 6 months down the line, you love me. The moment you realize that you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, there's liberty. There was a rumour. I said it on the boys' part. I won't repeat it, but I'll probably tell you off camera. That was going on about me because I said something about someone in this thing. And I was like, raw. I would never say something like that, but listen, it is what it is. And I know I sat down, I tweet, and I goes, do you know what? I've accepted that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I live in this la fantasy world, right? Cause Goody's funny, cause Goody's loved by many, and everyone gasses him and all. Everyone likes me, they don't. I'm not going to be for everyone. Because with me, Daniel even said to me, one of the reasons why he pulled me like an artist, because I critiqued his lack of like consistency. And he actually pulled me. And then he explained on the pod, he's like, he's never had someone on camera literally criticize him. He's like, what was this? Like, I've never, because usually what men do, I put men in inverted commas, gossip. John goes, he's coming for everyone today. I love it. That's what man do, because there are a lot of stuff that I hear about man about me, they don't say it to my face. Yeah, of course not. They don't say it to my face. Let's be real. So I'm 5 foot F all. I'm not out here the with the bleeding, you know what I mean, smiley or the with the prosper and that. I'm 5 foot, say it to my face. Yeah. I'll respect that so much if someone just says something to my face. Yeah. Do you get me? So that's why I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to be for everyone, but at the end of the day, with me, only God can judge me, number one. That's point period, and I can look myself in the mirror and I'm saying, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not insulting anybody, and I'm being unapologetically, uniquely me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then with what you do here, I shout out Victor Alfred, by the way, 900k. I said he's gonna hit 1 million. Yeah. Why I say shout out to him is like, I said this to you before when we did our video. You start like this, everyone loves you because why you're here.
Yeah.
You do this, you start looking down, and what people are barking and shouting and chatting rubbish, trying to drag you down with them. So I worry for him, and I said it to him. I goes, Victor, don't lose yourself in this thing. Just keep doing what you're doing. And he get me some more, and I'd love to get him on. It's hard to get him on, but I'd love to get him on where he's already seeing stuff that's going on in his life where it's like people are moving kind of, and that's Victor Alfred.
And it's the sad thing about that is it's never going to be strangers. It's never going to be people you don't know. It's always going to be your inner circle. It's always going to be the people that you thought were going to ride with you to the very end, and those are the people that are going to be the first ones to turn their back on you. And even when you were saying all these things, I was going to ask you, like, what's your support system like? What's your friendships like? Have they changed? Have you seen different people in different ways ever since, like you say, you had the best in Ireland, ever since you've gotten this new found thing? Like, tell me about that.
I'll say the best. No, I believe in my head, and I strongly say this to people. Yeah, when you do something, I believe you have to have a certain level of delusion and back it up with
work ethic.
I'll come back. Sorry,
work ethic.
I can see the numbers. I can see the love. I can see everything. Yeah. So, support system, bro. Even in work, I've only met these guys. Like, obviously, I'm a year in my new job, working corporate and stuff. It's been a good adaptation.
I was going to ask you that as well. How's that before we even get into your support system?
It's mad.
How's the transition?
Yeah, because obviously you're coming from the hood, bro, and you're sending in kind regards. I sound like a little bleeding 30, kind regards, all these corporate escalations and all. So it's been a bit mad, but look, it's been good.
Do you think you've settled in well, yeah?
9 to 5, because the other job I was doing 12-hour shifts, like barely seeing the kids and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. Get the weekend off and stuff like that. Get more time with family and stuff. Be able to like go to church and stuff like that. So no, I'm happy with it, you know. Just on the support system stuff, like the lads all bought front row tickets.
Oh wow!
You get people online showing you mad love. I will come into the show. You get people like SQ. I'm gonna be throwing a few names here, just giving people love. Because I know I get a bit fiery, but I'm in a loving mood as well. SQ the creator, obviously I didn't really know him like that, but he's shown me a lot of love. Keems has shouted me out as well. So there's a lot of love, like you said. It's from people that you don't know.
Yeah.
The people from the block, because I've noticed. Obviously, there's another podcast that's come out, and hey, I'm a supporter of everybody that's doing well. I'll give you a chance. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're not,
where do I live? Another podcast?
Yeah, there's another podcast. Oh. Obviously, lads from Ireland, but he's moved to the UK, and I'm just seeing like beer man that know me personally that will say to you, oh da 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 da, like blah blah blah. But we'll never, and I don't care about this, but I just notice things, right? I read between the lines too much probably sometimes. You break your own heart by doing that. Yeah, I'll do 2 + 2, and you'll get 13. Like there's no point. Yeah. So it's like, man, I'm sharing that pod. Well, I've never in the 2 years I'm doing this, I'll never share my thing. I was like, all right, cool, cool. And that's people that know you, but it's like people that don't know you will be showing you love and also support is great. Like, so once my family are supporting me, a couple of men from the industry give me some love. I'm good. You know, I know I get a lot of love. So. And also one thing I'm also heavy on is don't be so focused on seeing who isn't or what isn't that you forget who actually is. Do you know what I mean? Because you can get so lost in, you guys aren't sharing this, you guys aren't doing, but then there's like people that are 10 toes down for you all the time. Pour love that direction. Do you know that sort of thing? Yeah. So, sorry, I even got lost in you talking. No. Oh yeah, so even back to I'm the best in Ireland. I was gonna ask you, do you like, is that true confidence? Like, do you think you're truly confident, or is it like I'm gonna say it till I believe it? Do you know what I mean? Because do you know, funny enough, right? I was having a conversation about you with someone. This was even before we planned this, because you must have come up in one way, shape, or form in the conversation. I'm like, oh my God, I love Dongo, da 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 da. Other person was maybe like, oh no, like he's always saying this, that, and the other. And I'm like, but what's wrong with that? Like, can you not believe that? Like, why does him believing he's the best, does it threaten you? Like, Dongo can say he's the best. Me and him basically do the same thing. I don't give a heck. Do you know what I mean? You can think you're the best. I can think I'm the best. We all think we're the best. Like, so do you think it's like, for the people that are watching, I also have that mentality of like, oh, why is he always chatting? Like, is it true confidence? Is it make it to you? Fake it till you make it, believe it, make it, or is it just like it's never gonna be fake it till you make it with me. Hallelujah. Never. Oh, Bashara. Even right now, I could have come up here and hey guys. No. I am a broken man right now, Sharon, yeah? Like, my heart is in 2 pieces. Wow. Like, my head is gone. But I'm gonna come up here, do this podcast, promote myself, and just still have a great conversation with you because I think you're amazing. But with me, when you wanna be elite, yeah, because I've been an elite footballer in a sense. Like I've done well. I've played with the best players at my age group.
Yeah.
I know lads who have played leagues. I just know not forget football. I know elite people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I have an elite mentality.
Hallelujah.
When you don't have the same mentality, of course they're not going to take.
You're a
Of
threat
course
to
they're
everyone else that does it.
Forget even a threat. It's not even about a threat. Me, whoever that said that, and whoever's watched this and says, "Oh, this, that, and that," love to you, power to you.
Mm-hmm.
But that will not ever change my mind. In my mind, in my world, I believe I'm the best.
Yeah.
Because I've proven it.
Yeah.
Every podcast I've been on, when I go on, their numbers are skyrocketing.
Yeah.
Their TikToks, they skyrocket. Everything, every time. Go out on the street. Even that conversation, I don't even know that. I probably don't even know that person, but they know me.
Yeah.
People in my job. I remember one time. This is a fact.
Did you catch what he just said? I don't know you, but you know me.
It's a fact. Someone in my job come to me and was like, "Oh, I said I work with you." They're like, "Oh, you work with Don?" Gassed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
People are coming to the show that I don't know. People are traveling from the UK coming, and obviously I've touched base with a couple of people in the UK and all stuff as well. So, and then it's like with law of attraction. I listen to Conor McGregor. I listen to a lot of motivational videos, and I listen to people who are really. And why they are where they are. Like I said, I'm trying to take my eye out of Brookfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so this is the mentality you have to have.
Yeah.
And obviously with me, stuff that is happening, it shouldn't take for me like to have hardship to now say I'm gonna walk my socks off, yeah. But with now, obviously, to prove it, which I am gonna prove it, I'm gonna walk tenfold to show you guys. I was saying this stuff when I was still driving a Ford Focus, still getting the Lewis in the mornings. Still living on the block, still on my ma's couch.
Yeah.
My stuff's in fucking. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry, Sharon. My stuff's in bags, bathing and book. I was saying that I was the best, and then it's gonna stand the test of time. Do you get me? So, and I really believe that. I see that vision for myself. So
I love that.
If you have a problem with that, well, that's your own mind and that's your mentality.
Yeah.
It's not mine. Trust me.
Hallelujah.
We're trying to win over here.
Yeah.
So you have to have that mentality.
You do have to believe to a certain extent that you are that guy, because if you don't, Karen said one thing when she came here. She said you can't be your biggest critique and your smallest support. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to support yourself 1,010%. You know what I mean? But yeah, you said something while you were speaking. You said you're broken. Do you want to speak about that? What's going on?
Yeah, it's just, Sharon, I don't know. There's with the fire you see in me, I need to stop bringing Dongo Productions and G Millie home.
Oh.
Like,
wow.
With all that, I put a lot of pressure on myself. You know, there's a lot of pressure, especially when you speak so out like the way
passionately.
I speak.
Yeah.
And it's just like, right, there is a lot of sharks waiting for your demise. Like I said, something came out last month that these men have had nothing on me. The enemies that I'm speaking, but they've had nothing on me. They've watched me rise, and they're watching me do all these great things. And I sometimes suffer with imposter syndrome because the way I act online, it's like, I'll say, for instance, I'll be threatening, I'll be like, who wants a scrap? Come on, meet me here, blah, blah. If someone says some shit about me.
Please stop.
No, that, exactly. But it's so much that it's like, there's other shit that's going on. It's just pressure. You lash out, and then you're lashing out on a person that is supposed to be your partner, your this, your that, your lover, you want to be marrying this person, all this type of stuff. And to the point where that person just had enough, do you know what I mean? And they have every right to have enough.
Yeah.
So I've had to look inwardly. A lot of things that man don't do, especially like probably not in our level, because we don't really have people that are big like that. But you see a lot of men go on podcasts or go on Instagram or whatever. I seen Tia Mori post some. She's divorced now. She's going through some shit. She's not going back to her ex or whatever. Blah blah. I need to stop hearing the rumors. It's like, we don't take accountability as men. We don't. And even with that, you can, look, we spoke about words earlier. You need to start living the words that you're speaking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I listened to Steve Harvey the other day talking about the reason why he's so successful. He lives by what's in scripture, you know? Now, Goody, you're going to church, you're reading Bibles and all, but it's like one bit of an attack or one bit of head loss. You're. Why is that?
Yeah. I don't like that explosive view. It's not
Do you see how, when you read the Bible, do you see how calm Jesus is? Composed. You read Proverbs and God's just telling you, like, this is how to
live.
But this is me, I'm speaking about me now. It's not even I'm speaking in a third person, but this is me. You'll see a nice little quote. Let me screenshot and put it on Instagram. But no, I'm not.
Have you let it marinate into your head?
I'm not living by this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to destroy everything, Sharon.
Yeah.
And I step back the other day and I was like, this is bad. It's bad, Sharon. And it's like, even like, I'm not going to lie to you, it's like, with the attention that you get, and you start this, like, you start this thing, yeah, before your G Milli or Dongo Productions, you're trying to move the gal, you're not really getting attention like that. It's mad. As soon as this starts popping, gal that you were trying to follow before are starting to follow you. You're starting to, I'm not gonna lie, you start smelling yourself a little bit. You start to kind of like, look, what you saying? I can have, like, I can do it. You know what I mean? I can have,
yeah.
No.
That's not the way.
They don't give a rat's about you.
No.
That's who cares about you.
Yeah.
That's who's gonna be with you when stuff all goes wrong. So it's taken a lot of self-reflection the last couple of days, and it's just like, I need to get my stuff together or I'm gonna ruin everything, Sharon.
I love
and then them sharks will be there to buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
this level of accountability is so inspiring. Yeah, because it's so important. And even with like what you do as well, like what we all do, it's so easy to start actually living for people. Like, you know, it's so easy to put the, like you said, the Instagram quote, the Bible quotes, the when you're in church. But like, are you living that out when the cameras are off? That's what's important. And you said something like, it's important for you to sometimes leave the aspect of like, I'm not Jimmy, I'm not SharonAde. Recently, actually, what happened, so I've been doing YouTube for like a few years now, right? And one thing I noticed was the last time I was so close to monetization, I stopped doing YouTube. Do you know what I mean? I just remember that time I just ghosted. I stopped going on it. So then this year I was like, you know, I'm going to try and get back on my stuff. I'm going to hit my monetization. Yeah. Don't go, I kid you not. Around like, you know the way you have to have like 4,000 watch hours, right?
Yeah.
When I was getting close, I was feeling like I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to do this again. Right. So I hit it. This story is going somewhere. I hit it recently, right? And one thing that surprised me that I actually did, right? The day that I hit it, I remember taking my monetization, which is my laptop, my phone, and I went back before God. I said, God, right now, the world may see me as SharonAde. You know me by my name. You know me before SharonAde start. Keep me here. Don't ever let me get so big in my head that I would lose everything or I forget what matters. I literally was there sobbing in the night. I was like, God, keep me at your presence. And it's moments like that, that's what matters, that you don't lose focus on what is because of the noise that's outside. And like you said, there's also people that are rooting on your downfall. But if you stay grounded on something bigger than you, like if, for example, God is that foundation that I have, that I'm like, that's bigger than me, that's bigger than you, that's bigger than all of us combined together. You will never lose focus.
Yeah.
You will never lose sight on what is important.
That's so true, Sharon. And it's like, even with that, sitting where I am today in front of you, in front of David, having the people that are in my life now, the Nesses, the Tommies, Snowden, Simba, it's God, bro. Because I was lost at one point and I'll never lose. I know, even through now, no matter what, God's going to protect me, bro. He has me, you know. It's not going to, this isn't like the last chapter between, you know, myself and, you know, I don't want to start getting into that. But yeah, it's not that God will protect me and bless me, you know. Because before, he's never left me alone before. So I just need to just stop putting that pressure on myself in the sense of like bringing it home, everything that's around all this, because it's hard. Like you said yourself, this season has been tough for you. It's been tough for me as well, trying to schedule and, you know, everything around that. You think with the kids, obviously your co-parent as well. Obviously you're finding it hard with that. Obviously my daughter's going into her preteen years and it's like, she's just struggling. She thinks like she's losing her dad or whatever. She's just going through a lot, Sharon, you know? So that's just mentally just breaking me, you know what I mean? But just have to keep going. It's unfortunate. People might not want to hear this, but it's like people like me who are trying to graft, grind, and be something. We haven't got time to feel sorry for ourselves. We don't.
Boy.
We don't. It's unfortunate. Like I said, I can come up here and speak about my mental health and all that. Yeah, it'll be no one actually gives a rat's.
And
that's how a lot of men feel like that. Let me tell you
I was
something.
just about to say, a lot of men say that. Do you
like
genuinely believe that no one actually cares?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one guy that I recently became acquainted with, and he would be someone, you and him remind me so much of each other.
Yeah.
Like so much of each other. And he'd be someone that even his mentals, because he has a goal of like where he's trying to be, who he's trying to become, and like when you have those kind of goals, they do mess with your mentals a lot. And then, like, obviously, sometimes I'm like, oh, are you okay? Like, let's talk about it. But the first thing is nobody actually cares. I got to keep going. I'm like, no, people actually care. Give them the space to care. Because I feel like if you also make up your mind for people beforehand, then you're never going to see someone that cares because your mindset is already no one cares. But actually give people a chance to care. Do you know what I mean?
Sharon, do you know what another thing I'll say? People might not like this either, but like you said earlier, at the top of this or even before, life is life for everyone, Sharon.
It is.
So why should, like I said, I'm a 30-year-old grown-ass man. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, but you know, with the thing with me though, yeah, I don't mind sometimes adversity because I've been here before, and I know how to get out of it. It's just this situation here. I'm just so disappointed. I let myself down. You know what I mean? Like, I let myself down, so that's why I'm really punching myself in the gut. But it's like, people have their own stuff going on. So why, like, there are people that cry on, oh, no one care. You don't know what the next person's going through. I don't know what you're going through. Like, I could pick up the phone, say me and you are brethren, like we talk to each other every day, but I'm going through my stuff. But because you didn't hit me up that week, I don't know what you're going through. Do you know, you could be going through some stuff as well. Do you get me? Like, so why, like, at the end of the day, look, for me, my best therapist is like I said, it's the man above, man. So I just know. But right now, my boy N1, N1, he's been there for me, like checking up and stuff like that. You know, been on the phone to him. I've cried twice to N1 on the phone this year, twice. So he's been there for me, and I've been there for him too. So it's one of them things. Like I said, the reason why I talk is like to show lads where you can navigate and get out and be focused. You know what I mean? Once you have your focus and a goal on something, you can get out of it. You know what I mean? Like, so
And one thing I also will say is that, like, you need to stop beating down on yourself. Like, yes, whatever has happened. I feel like the first step before you even move forward, you need to accept it, forgive yourself, and then you can move forward. But if you keep beating yourself up about it, there's no progress being made. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was me earlier this year. I was talking about, I used to go to the gym. I used to do this. I used to do this. Okay, you don't do that anymore. What now?
Yeah.
Stop talking about how you used to or how you could have done better. You didn't. So what now? You need to get out of that mentality of like, oh, don't go. You let yourself. Okay, now what? Forgive yourself. Move away from it. Like, move on from it, because that's the only way that you'll be able to move on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I'm doing. It's like, I always say there's 3 phases of healing. It's like, it's the angry part, it's the sad part. You give yourself a couple of days to be upset over the situation.
And there's
then,
the
like
going part.
What now?
Yeah.
What's the gig? Do you know what I mean? So I'm at that. I'm in a couple of tears this morning, a couple of tears last night, but it's the what now phase gonna come soon. So
yeah,
let's see.
And do you believe in, like, when things like this happen, it's like for a reason to like propel you forward? Do you know what I mean?
1,000. I said this to you on the phone today, Sharon, when you rang me. I said you have to catch me at the right time, because I think I don't really get it, because obviously I'm presenting. You know, when you're presenting your own pods, like you're obviously presenting. You're asking. You're questions,
talking to
so you don't
someone
get
else.
to really open up, and I feel like this is the pod to really open. Because if I go on, no lads, you go on charge, you go on where's your head at, you're telling the man you're going. Man will start laughing. Do you know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is the perfect one to open up. But I was sitting there today. I was just thinking, I went to my mass. I looked at the couch and I was like, well, I'm sleeping here tonight. Yeah. And before I even laid down, Sharon, my back was already. I could hear creaks on my back. My back was in bits.
Oh my God.
But I just said, I looked around, I lied there, and I go, you know what? Maybe this is a challenge that God's given me. It's like, right, you're saying you're the best. You're saying you're this. You're saying you're that. Here's a solution. Figure it out. If you really are this, you can get out of this. You can overcome anything.
Hallelujah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what I feel like. It's just another challenge in where I'm trying to go. If you really, because obviously in this life, when you become big and grown in this thing, your problems, right? And I've gotten little glimpses of it, because I always feel like things are happening for a reason. Like I said, what happened with like the video that came out that everyone saw, that obviously you don't know about, but there was a video that came out,
yeah.
Now, that's a small part of Dublin that are, in Ingala, we say sungy, nosy people that are like, oh, what's happening with Dongo? Look what happened with Dongo, blah, 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 yeah. Now, imagine that now, you're like, say, you're even, how can I say you're central sea level even, right? That's, the world knows that.
Yeah.
So that's little, right, so.
Does that scare you?
What?
Does that scare you?
100, what? Children, of course it does.
Bro.
Of course it does.
Do you know, even recently, like, just with everything that's happening in the media and stuff, I'm like, Sharon.
Yeah.
Is this what you're signing up for?
Yeah.
I'm like, 9 to 5.
You're really invested in that mobile situation, aren't you?
I am.
So
Well, how do you
Snap.
know?
I'm on your Snap now.
No, like, and I haven't even showed you on Snap how invested I am. Like, I joined Nigerian News live yesterday just to hear the updated police report. And it's not even because I listened. I'm not gonna sit here and it's not because I listened to him. When he was, because I've stopped, like, that's not really my thing, right? I didn't listen to him. I think it was the situation on his death, and because the people around him are being the one questioned. For me, it's like, trust nobody.
Your own circle.
Suspect everybody.
You've been saying that.
Like, do you know that sort of thing? I think that's why I'm so invested in it. And then the main reason as well, like, the way he was buried, I just felt like nobody deserved that. I don't know if you've seen recently that K9, one dog in the military, died recently. No. Dongo, after this, I will show you the funeral that dog had. Was 1,000 times percent better than Mobad. A star, someone that had money, that had wealth, and you bury him like that. I feel like that's things like that really got me. I cried like I knew this, but my mom was even like, girl, what's up? 2 a.m. I'm so invested, because I'm like, Wow. Do you guys really hate him that much? You know how much you have to hate someone in life and in death for you to bury them like that? Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why I've been very, very invested. But I was on saying something before we spoke about Mubad.
I was talking about, what was I bleeding saying? Yeah, is this what you really want? Like with scrutiny, people looking at you and stuff. Yeah.
Is that what you really want? Like,
No,
sometimes,
obviously you don't. That comes with it, obviously.
yeah.
Obviously it's give and take. So you're gonna have obviously success, money, clout, whatever you can maneuver, and that's obviously the sacrifice you're gonna have to pay in a sense. Like obviously you want to get your man out, you want to be someone in life.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want your children to have like, you know, a legacy and something. I don't want my children having a percentage of the life that I've had.
Yeah.
I want them to be better than me in every aspect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like respect wise, everything. You know. But it's like the main fear is just my children. You know, just you know. Obviously, people knowing who they are, their identity, and if you go somewhere, you're being followed around. But obviously, that's the price of it. That's the price of.
It's a
you know
hefty
what I mean?
price, you know.
It is a hefty price.
I feel like I'm not even saying like I'm like there now, but I feel like the closer I get to it, and do you know, funny enough, like a lot of people wouldn't think it, but I would classify myself as an introvert, extrovert, maybe an ambivert. I'm not as extrovert, maybe now anyway. Maybe when I was younger, I was, but now I'm very much like, if I'm not in my house, I'm in church or I'm in work or I'm here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now the closer I get to that reality of like, this could actually be your reality. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. And maybe that's what I'm saying. I'm in love with. I listened to someone on a podcast yesterday, and I've said this already as well. I'm in love with process. I am in love with, like, obviously when you get out of it and you've had whatever this internet world can bring you. You look back and be like, yeah, that was actually enjoyable. That hardship, and it prepares you for this, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like I said, like I know I'll be able to handle, because I've good people around me, family and stuff like that. I know I'll be able to handle what's to come if it comes, you know, or when it comes even. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And like you also mentioned something that you can touch on it, you cannot touch on it. You said that you co-parent. How's that?
Tough. It's tough because obviously in this previous relationship, I'm gonna hear a lot of dams when probably the people who are watching. I was in with my daughter's mother. I was 11 years with her.
Wow.
So we got each other when we were 15. Childhood sweethearts. Everything was going great. Obviously in school and stuff. 18 years of age. We only finished school, fresh off the leaving cert. Ink barely dried in the pen. She was pregnant. And obviously, look, I've always, obviously being an older brother, I've always been obviously taking care of kids or whatever, but not in that aspect. Like, obviously, with your kids, there's a saying, Irish people always saying, like, you keep them, do you know what I mean? Like, at least with your brothers and sisters, you can give them back. Your kids, you have to keep them, you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, no, but I was prepared, I was ready, I said, right, I'm doing it, you know, but obviously, moved in, it's just, things just changed. Like I said, I'm seeing similarities in what is happening now to back then, where it's just like, but it's different though, but with the previous girl, it's like, she's just hell-bent on just living and being like that, and when there's no money, there's no activities, there's no this, there's no that, there's no car. She was happy to do that. I wasn't. I was in the mindset, I want to be someone in life, I want to have money, I want to do this, I want to do, because there was a lot of burden on me. You hear a lot, obviously, this whole, them men and women conversation, who pays the bills, who does this. And obviously there's some man that, I call them pick me sometimes. I know sometimes these men just speak, they haven't got their own opinion, they're trying to get like the girls on their side. Oh no, man, just pay all the bills and rare. Well, I done that.
But maybe they're not pick me. Maybe they actually really
not all of them. Some man that have it, there's some man that have it, that can do that, but there's a lot of men that haven't got the facilities that are talking like that. That's what I'm saying. There's some man that haven't got the facilities that are talking like that. Do you know what I mean? But I've done that where I was obviously person couldn't walk or whatever, yeah, and I was doing that, but I was depressed because it was a burden on me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because couldn't do it because everything was on me, so things didn't work out. But like it's obviously you break up and it was a bad breakup, and obviously you hate her, she hates you, but it's improved like a lot. I've seen in the last 18 months it has improved, because at the end of the day, our daughter's getting older, and that's improved. And I said to the man, them, do you know what I've learned as well is to dumb down my ego. It's just like you're hearing that, just hear, because it's for the greater good. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to just dumb it down, because at the end of the day, you're the one holding the child. You go from 3 days a week to seeing the child to 1 day. Do you get me?
Once a month.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that, like, you're being very open and honest and vulnerable about like where you are, because you know sometimes like everything you're saying, I've heard it from women. Women always say, "Oh, men are this, they lack accountability." But when I feel like when women say certain things, it's like an attack. Yeah. I feel like men view it as an attack. So you being able to be like, you know what, guys.
Sharon, I'm friends with a lot of women. Yeah, let me tell you something. There's a lot of baby dads, co-parent, whatever you want to call it, that are an embarrassment, if I can say. I'll be so real.
Hallelujah.
You, irrespective, and I learned this the last 2 years, irrespective of, actually, me and David had this conversation, and let me touch on it with you a little bit as well. Yeah, we were supposed to talk about ways to head up, but we didn't. I feel like, when God blesses me in this game, and say for instance, I signed a deal with Spotify, 5 million, say for instance.
Amen.
This is just an example, right? Do you know what I'd actually do? Do you know what I'd buy my ex a house? I'd actually buy her a house.
Yeah, because it's not for her.
I know herself would have a problem with it, but I'm like, do you know what? No, it's like, I feel like you gave me my first ever kid, suffered 9 months, your body changed, all that, you lost your confidence, all this type of stuff, blah, blah. That's the least I could do. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
It's given acrimony.
But there's a lot of, I mean, what's that word mean? What's that word mean?
No, it's a movie. It's a Tyler Perry movie.
Oh, yeah? Right? No, but I've said a lot of women, oh, no, what you mean? You're in a relationship? No, I feel like, no, like, I would, do you know what I mean? Because it's like, you have to, no matter what, lads, you have to respect that woman as the mother of your kid, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, dumb down your ego. There's a lot of men that aren't paying. I'll say a fly, I don't give monkeys. Man don't help out money-wise and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Not supporting their partners and that. It's shocking. I know bare man. Some man are probably watching. They're probably watching me right now. That's shocking. You lay down there, you're happy enough to be in the nip and make the child with that, but when the child comes, you don't want to be there. Nah, fix up, man. Yeah. Fix up. Being a man is not what you have in your pocket, what you're driving. It's taking care of your responsibilities.
Hallelujah.
You know what I mean? That's being a man. So, and even, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'll say it here straight up. The last, obviously, situations have happened and all that. Myself, I've had to check myself, really check myself. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I've said my sorry to God, and I know what I need to do. And I haven't been a man in a sense of like not taking care of my kids. I take care of my kids, but other stuff where I need to be a bit better. So, man, then follow my lead. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And you see, for the women that find themselves in that situation, right, with the baby dads or the men that are very comfortable making the child but not taking care of the child, what advice would you also give to those women as well?
You know what? I can't really. It's tough, because I don't know the situation. Like, the one thing I will say though, like, don't stop the kids from seeing their fathers, because the fight is between
you guys
and your ex or whatever. I've been in situations where it's like, oh, you're not gonna see the kid. But obviously, she spoke, this is the ex now, she spoke out of anger, do you know what I mean? I did take that as like, oh, I'm not going to see my child, whatever, blah, blah. But I've built that enough rapport with my daughter over the last 11 years, where she's like even to the day, I take my daughter on a way, like some people, it's your reality, I'm sorry, but I refuse to take my kids on the weekends. I don't want to be a weekend ass, so I'll get them during the week. So I'll do the school run, I'll do the homework and or whatever. So I won't just take a Saturday, Sunday, go home back. No, I won't do that. Do you know what I mean? So don't stop the child from seeing their father, because whatever's going on, we used to, let them have a relationship. Like I said, that's what my daughter, like, if whatever's going on with, if me and her ma are having trouble, she still wants to see her dad, because dad has always been there. Dad's always taking care of me. We have a solid bond. I was gonna say, like, and it didn't affect, like, strain your relationship. No, that's good. Like I said, sorry, this is where I was going. I take her on a Wednesday. Yeah. The other day, I take her Wednesday to Friday, and then Saturday in the morning or afternoon she goes home. Yeah. She's been with me since she only went home this morning. I took her extra days. Wow. Or some days where herself needs to, I'm going to a concert or whatever. It's Sunday. I know it's not your date. No problem. I never say no. Unless I'm going somewhere far or I'm recording and be like, go sleep on your mask. I never say no. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I love that. So that's the rapport I've built. Yeah. And that's how it should be, man. Because at the end of the day, that child is half of you. You man are realising that. That is half. Bro, if you have a lung issue or a kidney, they can literally save your life. If you're not in their life, brother, you're going, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's half of you. What are you, man, doing, bro? That's your future as well. That's your future. Exactly. That's your future. Like, they're not going to be babies forever. There's one thing my mom always says, and she was like, because my mom goes above and beyond. And I feel like in every pod episode, I always mention my mom in one way, shape, or form. Yeah. And that's because one thing my mom stands on is,
you guys are my biggest investments. She said, yes, the houses, yes, the whatever, yes, we can build mansions back in at home. But at the end of the day, you guys are the biggest investments I have. And that's what she treats us like. And I think that's the mentality everyone should treat their kids as. These are your investments. Take care of them. Yeah. Take care of your investments. Or, don't go.
Deep in it?
Yeah. No, seriously. And it's the vulnerability for me because I love people like you that you can be vulnerable even in the present time, because a lot of people would wait till the storm has passed before speaking in it. But to be able to even say, do you know what, right now, right here, this is where I am, let me speak on it. I think that's very admirable. Yeah. And even just showcasing this side of you to the world. Because me personally, don't go, I'm very like, not too much on me. And I think you've even said this to me that, like, you know, you need to like but I'm just like, not too much on me. Like, I don't need to be vulnerable with you guys on that level just yet. But I really envy people. Not envy. I applaud people like you because I know I couldn't.
Like I said here, it's with this, Sharon. Everyone on the dog has a podcast, right? I've seen before a meme where it's like, there's more podcasts than gaffs these days, right?
Girl, boy, bye.
There it is. Everyone wants to be on camera. Everyone has something to say. So how do I stand out and be unique? Yeah?
Yeah.
My life is unique as it is. And it's like, my thing is all, yes, funny, yes, all this type of stuff. But it's like, there is...
No, of course.
...inspiration and motivation behind it. And it's a story that I'm doing. So when I look back, when stuff get like, you know, this becomes more corporate and it's going to eventually... You will eventually have to become PG in a sense. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have sponsorships and all that. But before all that, when it gets to that, and I'll try and still be as real and as authentic as I can. You already have the, you know, you know, okay, he's there, but he was down here before. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And people buy into that because, like I said before, the people that, like I remember before, that stuff that came out with the video and all, an artist, a big art, like obviously not bleeding Trey Songz around or Chris Brown, but an artist in our thing, was struggling in his own relationship, and the fact that I was able to open up, the fact that I was able to open up, he messaged me saying, "Oh my God, I'm going through the exact same thing here.
Yeah,
I rate you, fair play to you. The fact that you're going through what you're going through and you're able to speak on it, that's after inspiring me. I'm winning, Sharon.
You are.
People buy into that.
I was speaking to someone today, and you never actually know who you can touch when you just be honest and just say like what you're actually going through. And like she must have just been telling me about like what she was going through, and I was like, that's so funny that you said that. Like, I'm going through the exact same thing. But like she was like, really? Like, I would have never known. I would like, but I was like, this is what talking about things are like. It's not always just, oh, hi guys, I got a new car, hi guys, I bought a new house. What about when you didn't get the new house? You know what I mean? What about when you're actually down in the dumps? And it's things like that that essentially do matter. And if you want to influence, like, that's the aim of this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Your podcast, you're influencing people to do one thing or the other. If you want to influence them positively. Don't just influence them when life is good. Be able to talk to them on a real that, you know what, guys, life isn't great. And yeah, it's so important. Dango, you've shocked me today. I'm not gonna lie. I heard even everything you said. But yeah, do you want to say anything else? Live show?
Yeah, just promoting the live show.
What can we expect? Can you give us a sneak peek?
Oh God! You know
drop something here that you didn't drop everywhere else. If not, we're not closing this episode.
No, I haven't really touched on it like that. But it's just like, no, you get to see. It's obviously I'm on my own. It's a unique one because I'm on my own. I haven't got two other guys. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Were you nervous even like pushing that out? Because again, like I feel like what you really see with live shows is, and podcasts that do live shows, maybe I've heard from Madam Joyce, and that's why I actually really wanted to go to hers, but I wasn't able to. It's not just one person. It's like 1, 2, 3 people. Were you like a bit nervous that, you know what, it's only me up here? Not even just it's only me, like you actually have to carry everything on your back.
The most nervous I am about this is I don't want 50 people there.
Yeah.
The theatre is 300 seat outright, so in my mind, I feel like I can do it. I'll be happy with 250 plus.
Yeah.
There, because that's a good enough crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So nervous, no. But it's like once I get the force kind of joke out of the way or whatever, and I see people laughing, then that'll be just me there.
Yeah.
I'll be flying, then I'll be fine. So no, it's just gonna be like I have an event planner that's helped me with this as well.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Shout out Fiona. She's helping with event planning and stuff. So she just said, show the world who Dongo is.
Oh.
So that's it. Show your funny side, show your Congolese side. So I have like an artist.
He's going to be dancing.
There could possibly. There could possibly. On entry. It might be me, it might not be me.
On entry.
That's the little
on entry.
Yeah,
Okay.
Might get a little bit and get to, but yeah, so yeah, I just hope, like, you know, guys get to, you know, see this side of me and know that, like, there's a man here who's determined, despite all the madness. There's a method to the madness, method to the crazy, but there's a man who's determined to make himself better, because then I can't go and point fingers and you need to without making myself better.
Yeah.
So I want to be, like, obviously I have a platform to you know, showcase myself, and then once I get myself right, I want to be, people can look up to me and be like, that's an example of how to conduct yourself. You know what I mean? In a sense of, like, being a man and being a father, being a brother, being a boyfriend or whatever. You want to be an example. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
it's like that scripture on, like, remove the log in your own eyes before removing the speck in someone else's. Like, it's so real. 100%. Like, even, like, I've learned that even in my personal life, where like Sharon, stop being so quick to remove your own first. Do you know what I mean? Walk that path for. I love this for you. It's given growth. Like, I feel like after this episode, I'm gonna go watch the one that we did in DCU and see, like, the growth has been impeccable, Dongo. And guys, also, I just want to say something. Dongo came in here today and brought me flowers and chocolate, and, like, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Like they always say, you're welcome. Like they always say, give people the flowers once, like, while they can smell them. So by me, Instagram, this, that, no. There's flowers for you. There's a nice little boy of chocolates for you, and it's like, I am so like, I look at you, bro. You are killing. You know some of the numbers you're doing.
Thank God.
You are doing a mad thing, Sharon, and I'm so happy, because I told you you suit this. You know,
you did.
You're amazing.
Do you know one thing you said to me?
Yeah.
And I don't even think you remember saying this to me, right? You said to me, and this was when you came to me in DCU. So this was probably, like, what, 2 years ago? You were like, there's so much in you, but you haven't channeled that yet. You literally said that to me when you came in DCU. You're like, there's just so much in you that you haven't channeled yet. And I think we were talking about, like, If I Speak, and you were like, that's why I'm not bringing you on If I Speak. That there's so much in you that you haven't unlocked, and I need you to unlock that before coming on If I Speak. And I was like, really? Wow.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
Look at you now. I remember your first episode dropped. I think it was like 1,000 views in like 24 hours. I said, this one is moving mad. So fair play to Sharon, and I can't wait to see the growth. And then hopefully even this year, when they announce, like, the podcast stuff and all that, Black and Irish.
I'm not holding my breath. No, because do you know, generally, right? By God's grace, I will be there. Do you know what I mean? But I can't bet my life on it. You know, that's everything.
Before we leave, right? I know this is your thing. Before we leave, what's your little take on the whole thing around that? What's your take on it?
I don't have an opinion on them. I just think. Do you know what it is? I don't pay. You see, like, when we're speaking about, like, things, I don't pay mind to a lot of things.
Yeah, okay.
I don't. I just, like, oh, okay, I didn't make it this year. But my motto is, like, I will work and get so big to the point that you cannot deny my name. I will be a household name. So if you don't appreciate me now, or you don't value whatever it is now, that's okay. But there's going to be a day you're not going to be able to run away from the name, because it's going to be a household name. And that's how I look at it. So you see, if you nominate me today, if you don't nominate me today, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. Getting recognition is always going to be amazing. It's always going to be amazing. But my ability to move and persevere is not on your ability to recognize me. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Brilliant. Generally. Yeah. But before we go, yes, I bought you flowers too. I got you flowers. This is something small.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Sharon. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Dongo, it's been amazing having you here.
So much.
Thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you at the pod episode. The live, I can't wait to see you at the live.
22nd November, get your tickets.
Get your tickets and I'll be there. So when you see me, say hi. Bye everyone. Thank you. Dongo, that was such a